This video shows you how to connect as SYSDBA on a pluggable database, and it also shows you how to create a user in the pluggable database. So the first thing I would do is start up my SQL, and I will connect as SYSDBA. So I'm just going to use the OS operating system authentication. So I'm using the slash as SYSDBA. If I do it this way, I don't have to put in a password. Okay, so now I am connected and I am in the container database. And the next thing is I want to see the pluggable database that I have in my system. So I'm just going to type select name from the $PDBS semicolon and enter. And you can see I have the XE So in my previous video, I installed the Oracle 21C Express Edition, and this is created for me by default. You have the choice, you can add more, you can create more pluggable database if you want. So, but I'm just going to connect to this pluggable database as the SYSDBA, okay? So I will type in connect sys. Now I'm going to use the password that I used to create my database. So I put in that password, and then I use the @, and this is on my local host, okay? And I am on port 1521. Let me correct that. And use the slash. And now I'm going to use this pluggable database, which is the XEPDB1 as SYSDBA. Remember, SYSDBA has the super administrative privilege. All right, I can choose not to use that, but yes. So now I am connected to my pluggable database as SYSDBA. What I want to do now is to create a user, because I don't want to use that database as the sys or systems. I really want to create my own user. So I would just go in and type create user, and I'll call this user Lee user, okay? Identified, I'm giving it a password, identified by, you give it any password that you want. I'm just going to use the word password as my password. And I will set the default table space to users. You can choose to skip that step if you want, but I prefer to use that. And then once my user, so the lead user is created, this is the name of the user and it is created, I have to grant a create a session privilege. I have to give it a privilege, which is grant. Otherwise, I will not be able to log in as that new user. So I'm going to grant session, grant create session, and also create table to lead on the lead user. Okay, excuse me. And then I'll press enter. But really, I can do this, but I know I need more privileges. So I'm just going to press enter. But I really want this user to have like almost a DBA privilege. So I'm just going to grant, So instead of doing this step, you can actually skip it. If you want to talk to you, if you know all of the privileges that you want to grant the user, you can list it out. But I'm just going to override that and do a grant DBA to Lee user. So now it has the DBA control, so it can create tables, it can create indexes, it can create all these objects, right? Okay. Now that I have that, I want to connect as that user. So I'm just going to type the word connect. Actually, let me do this. I'm just going to show user so you know the current user, and you can see my right now I'm sys. So sys is the one that created the new user and grants the DBA privilege to the new user. So now I'm just going to connect as the new user that I created. So it's connect LEY user /password, or you can put that password in later if you want. which is the better way of doing it. And then I'm going to my local host. The port is 1521/XAPDB1. Okay, and I press enter. And now I'm just going to type show user, and it will tell me the new user, current user is Lee user. Okay, and at this point, you can choose to create a table. You can run your script if you want. You can, whatever you want to do as this user, you can go ahead and do that.